we have another seasonal league for RuneScape, and I am so excited. Let me know in the comments what you think about my plans, what your planned combat relic is, what regions you're sure you want to do. Let's get into what my thoughts are here. So here are the available relics that we have. Not many. I don't really want to go into Trickster because we don't know what it's competing against, although it sounds really, really fun. Now, immediately after seeing the combat relics, my mind went to Brawler's Resolve, getting more spec, and then doing something like Void Waker. Sounded awesome. Then I looked at Archer's Embrace, and I'm thinking, double chance to proc enchanted bolts, 10% chance to fire an additional projectile, 98% saved on most ammo, and of course we also have Chinchompas are now saved, which is amazing, amazing experience. Then I looked at Magic, and I have a soft spot for Magic in seasonal leagues for some reason, and of course we have the 90% save with rune spells and powered staves, we have the bind spells, we have the grimoire, we have the rune pouch, but magic attacks will deal an additional 25% of splash damage to surrounding targets. I do wonder if I'm on Ancients, am I doing an additional 25 to all the damage targets around my main hit as well? Or does it like branch off of the ones that are hit from that spell naturally? I'm assuming if it does anything, it'll just be an extra 25 to those around the main target, or it won't affect it at all. I don't think that's been said. If it is, please let me know in the comments. Magic accuracy and damage increase. I like it. Where am I going to go? What's my first region? It's one I don't think a lot of people are going to take first. The Wilderness. I love the Wilderness in seasonal modes. For some reason, I really like it. And there's a bunch of changes to it this league and things that are different than normal that I like. A big one is PvP deaths are PVM deaths, and your gravestone is at your spawn point. Completely safe. That makes it so you can do all this content. You don't have to really worry. Now, the Mage Arena, of course, if I'm going Magic, this is a big one. We get the God Capes. We can do Mage Arena 2. And, of course, that's a lot of damage that we can then splash 25% of. That can be used for AoE farming and Slayer and things like that. Now, what if I need prayer experience? Well, that's great. The Wilderness is great for that. I can go right to Lava Dragons and safe spot them safely. PvPers aren't a worry. And I can get all sorts of runes and drops. And, of course, prayer experience, which is just going to be great. And, of course, we also have the Revenants. And the Revenants are going to give so much amazing loot. And we have increased drop chances. And there's no real risk. It's fantastic. We'll get more into what I'm after from there. But we also have the Wilderness Slayer Cave, which is multi-combat. So I can go, and if I take, I'm assuming we're all going to have access to a relic that lets us pick our task. Go to a task that's in the Wilderness, get Laren's keys stacked up by basically bursting with any spell I want, and then go open those up, and of course, good rewards there. So this, the Revenants, what am I going to get from there? Well, what's my big main target? Well, if you want to have a big goal in the Wilderness, it could be the Accursed Scepter. This does a ton of damage. You can get it by getting the main part from the Revenants, and then there's the skull, which you can get from the boss, and you can get yourself this amazing scepter. And this is pretty awesome. Well, of course, now I have a weapon. What about armor? Well, we have the cape. But I can also go, and I can try to obtain these robes. And they're not that bad, and I can get them by doing Laren's keys, which I'm going to do anyway for all the loot, for all the rewards that you get from those keys. And it's probably going to be tasks as well. Now, where will I go next? I was thinking desert. And I know that's probably a little weird, considering I'm just excited about splashing with things that aren't ice spells. I could just wait and go here first to get ancient magic. Why would I want to do this? I like Temperos. I like Temperos a lot. I think Temperos is fun. I think it's a really fun boss. I like the rewards. I like the chillness of it. I like the fact now that it's going to be included with all of those buffs to magic. I also don't mind the Mage Training Arena. I really don't, especially with all those bonus points. That's Master Wands and things like that. Pretty exciting. And of course, we get access to the Ancient Magic Spellbook, which, I mean, if we're able to do an extra 25% AoE splash around what hits our main target, and that's just extra damage. That becomes really, really cool, really, really quick. Again, I don't know yet. And of course, we have the one thing that I'm sure everyone's thinking of, tombs. I've never done it. I wouldn't mind trying it. So to me, it sounds nice. To me, I might give this a shot. I am at this point, I'm basically a seasonal player. I'll come back for the Dead Man. I'll come back. I even came back for the Fresh Start Worlds. That's just, I haven't gotten a character and grinded it out and really been into it that way for a while. So for me, I'm looking at this like I can do tombs, and of course the big reward's the shadow, which works great. If I get a shadow, I'm so excited. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what to do for my third region. I don't know. I think these two are pretty solid for me. I think these two are probably what I'm going to take because I like the idea of trying out tombs. I like the wilderness. I like revenants. I like this type of thing. So, what do you think? What should my third region be? I'm so torn that I can't even give one that I'm leaning to right now. If the league started tomorrow, I would get to the pick point of choosing, and I might have to go and just ask random people and then guess. Do I want to do raids, other raids? I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do any activity that requires other players. There's, of course, now we have that new, relic they showed off. Sorry, it wasn't actually on the last page. They don't give any info on it. It's the one that makes you do damage and come back to life. If that ends up being one that can one-shot, any boss or whatever, and there's last recall, maybe I could go and one-shot Nex every 2 hours or whatever when that's off cooldown, that would be fun. That would be cool for me. But other than that, I'm really just torn. I could do the Godworms dungeons, I guess. I have done those when I used to play more. But most of the new content, and when I say new content, I'm talking since Dead Man 1 or 2, I wasn't even active since then. I only play the seasonals. So there's a lot out there that I haven't gotten to play with the seasonals. I can't even remember what my last region was. I really can't from last league I played. But yeah, just I would love suggestions. I like mini games, but they're probably gonna be dead, to be honest. Maybe not pest control. I have no problem playing mini games. Maybe I'll go to maybe I'll just go God Wars. That's the only one I can really think of.